I kind of want to talk about a morning routine. I don't want to talk about, the routines that you see all these gurus on there jumping in cold plunges every single morning, going on a treadmill, reading books on three times the speed, motivational self development books, all this stuff that normal people like me and you are probably not going to do, right? We wake up, we have families, we have kids. Yeah, everybody's in a rush most of the time, and it's just not feasible for us to do all that stuff, right? So, like, when it comes to your morning routine, like, what should it be? And I have this thing here on my morning routine that I want to share with you guys. So my morning routine consists of very simple things. So I did this when I wake up. I try not to touch my phone anymore because my phone is like a really big distraction for me. I wake up and I look at my messages and my Facebook messengers blowing up and my my messages, and then I go on stock twits and check my stocks, look at crypto, and it all kind of, it doesn't do me anything good when it comes to starting my day, right? So that's just something that I wanted to stop doing. So my morning routine kind of became a lot different right now. I wake up and I don't look at my phone anymore. What I started doing is, I'm not going to do all this crazy stuff and tell you to do like 20 jumping jacks and do all this stuff and jump in a cold shower and get ready and all that crazy, put a book on, do this, do that. No, it's more simpler than that. And I have to start doing my morning routine. I have to start getting more disciplined because I have very bad anxiety in the morning, and it's just something that I'm dealing with for a few years now, and I cannot seem to get away from it. It's like this pit in my stomach every single morning that I get, and it just sits there, and it just sits there like a heavy rock. And I don't know what to do to get away from it. So I'm starting to create a morning routine, um, positive affirmations, positive words to myself. And so here's something I want to share with you guys while we're on this live about my morning routine. So what I do is I take my hand and put on my chest, and I say, thank you for another day. I'm ready to go and receive what's meant for me. And I'm deeply grateful for the blessings in my life, both seen and unseen. I trust that everything unfolding in my life is guiding me toward my highest good. I am divinely protected, supported, and guided in every step of the way. And let's see here. I attract abundance because my heart is open and humble and aligned with purpose. I release fear and welcome peace, clarity, and inner strength. I am grateful for the lessons that shape me and the wisdom that grows within me. I honor my journey, knowing that each day I become a stronger and mindful version of myself. I welcome miracles, breakthroughs, and blessings into my life with gratitude. I choose to move with love, patience, and faith, even when the path isn't clear. I'm worthy of success, joy, and spiritual growth, and I receive them with gratitude. So I try to make those 10 things be my first thought when I wake up in the morning from now on. First thing I try to do before I pick up a cup of coffee or any sort of tea is I try to hydrate myself with stillness. So I drink a full glass of water, I sit in silence, I breathe deeply. I go and do about 100 push ups. I do prison push ups, and I do about 100 squats to get my body rolling and moving. And then what I do as I also do some stretching. So I do some light stretching, just to kind of get the joints moving, gotta kind of get the blood flowing. And I go ahead and I say out loud the things that I'm grateful for. And because I've been blessed in life and I continue to receive blessings, I'm grateful for the small things in life. I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for my child. I'm grateful for sleeping in a warm bed. I'm grateful for health because without health, there's no wealth. I'm grateful for the opportunities that are given to me. And I thank God every single day that I can breathe. Because without God, there is nothing. And I speak these affirmations out loud with confidence and intention. Even whispering them counts as long as they're in your head and then you're in your subconscious. But consistent repetition rewires your identity and rewires your brain. So what happens is the more you do this, the more it becomes a norm, the more it becomes a disciplinary action for you. And the more you have to think about doing this, it just becomes something of your daily habit and your daily routine. I try to visualize my day. What am I going to do? What kind of actionable steps am I going to take to make sure that my day's productive? Remember, just because you're busy doesn't mean you're productive, and I've learned that the hard way in life. I can sit there, look busy all day, shuffling through paperwork, going through emails, but what am I actually doing to make things, to move the needle, to make the company grow, to make the team better, to provide better training, to get more deals in? So that's something you have to understand, that what moves the needle you might not be doing right now. And what moves the needle in my business is talking to sellers and talking to realtors and putting deals together. If I'm not doing those things, then nothing is moving the needle. And at the same time, I should be optimizing my systems and processes every single day to make sure that if I see any bottlenecks in my business, that I go ahead and correct those right away. I want to make sure that I visualize my day, that my phone calls are going to go the right way. The deal flows are going to come easily. I want peace, protection, and clarity surrounding me. I want my family proud of me, and I want my future self to be proud of me. And I want to be grateful. I want to see this and I want to feel this. As I mentioned to you before, when I wake up, I do push-ups and I do squats. Those are two things I like to do because they help me in jiu-jitsu a lot. I'm already a pretty strong guy, but that makes me a lot stronger. The reason you see a lot of these guys in prison with very big triceps is because they don't do full push-ups. They do what's called prison push-ups, and that's just halfway. So you get enough tension on the tricep where your tricep continues to grow and get much stronger. And then this is something that I want to do, but I also want to make sure that I'm spiritually aligned with myself and with God. So I do a short prayer. I'm a Catholic. I was born Catholic, and my prayer every single day is now, Our Father, hallowed be thy heaven, thy kingdom come, thy will be done. And that's the prayer that I do every single day. And I take a moment of reflection to myself. I surrender myself to God. I surrender myself to the life that I have. And I want to stay grounded and humble for as long as I live. I want to set my priorities every single day. What three things must I accomplish today to move forward? My things is I need to block out some time every single day to make my phone calls, to the realtors and to the sellers that I want to purchase their houses. Because without that, nothing moves the needle. I want to move into action. I want to be centered, grateful, and aligned in what controls of my energy. This is where my momentum begins. So if you don't have a morning routine that is something different than you waking up and grabbing your phone, rushing, not not saying great things to your spouse or your wife, not telling your kids or your spouse that you love them before they go to work, not hugging them because you never know if you're going to see them again. That's something, my friends, you have to work on, because those actions reflect what happens in your mind throughout the day, and what happens throughout the day, you bring back home. So make sure that you create something for yourself that works for you. What works for me might not work for everybody else, but my routine right now is working for me. I'm trying to become more spiritually aligned. I'm trying to find myself more. I'm trying to figure out how to get rid of this pit in my stomach that I wake up with every single day. This anxiety feel, almost like a self-combustive feel. And I don't know if you're going through this or if you have something similar, But for me, it's I'm not sure if it's getting better or not, but I'm trying to do things to make it get better. I'm trying to make sure that I'm grateful, that I'm humbled every single day, that I don't stress over the little things in life, because there are so many people out there that are suffering so much, and they would trade places with me in a heartbeat. And I have to, and I try to make myself understand that every single day. And it's hard to do that, when you grow up in a life, where you really didn't have any problems or any issues. The only thing you had was mental health problems throughout your life. But that's because, whatever I went through in life or childhood, whatever it is, I'm not sure, but I'm trying to work on myself. I'm trying to figure it out. Everything's going great right now. Business is growing. My business partner, is happy. Our other partner's happy. Our teams are growing. We're getting deals. We're closing deals. We're buying houses. We're flipping houses. It's a blessing. It's a blessing to be where we're at. I have great relationships with my mentors. I have great relationships with people in sub two. And I'm just so grateful every single day that I wake up. But for some reason, that pit in my stomach is still there, and it's real. And I don't know how to stop it, how to get it out. And just, I don't know, hopefully one day it'll just leave by itself. One day it'll just leave by itself. I'm not sure if that's going to happen, or do I have to live with it for the rest of my life and just have to deal with it and accept it? I have to accept this feeling that I have every single day. I know I'm supposed to be strong as a man, and I am. But I also can be vulnerable and tell you that, even though I come off on social media strong, confident, this and that, I do have my faults. I do have feelings. I do have my mental health problems sometimes, right? Sometimes I'm overwhelmed. Sometimes I think I should be doing more. Do I have an imposter syndrome? Probably not. I think I used to have one before. I don't think I have one anymore because of everything that I have done and I've proven myself that I can do. So imposter syndrome to me is something that you have when you're doing things that you believe you shouldn't be doing, or that that you're pretending to do. So that to me, I think, is pretty much kind of gone, but the other things are still there. And so, I'll tell you this: if you don't have something that you have to, if you don't tell yourself good things about yourself every single day, and all you tell yourself is negative things, then that's what's going to happen in your life is negativity, and negative energy is going to be brought into your life. And so when you're talking about yourself, please be mindful of what you say, because I've been, sometimes when I'm in like a very dark place, I do talk about badly about myself, and it's something that I wish I don't do or haven't done, but it just happens. It happens. I think it happens to the best of us. Happens to the best of us. I don't care if you're how much money you have. I don't care what you have. We all go through something in life. We all have problems and issues. Sometimes we're better hiding it than others, and some of us are more vulnerable than others and put it out there to help others. And that's what I want to let you know, is that I'm a human just like you are, and I go through the same problems, the same trials and tribulations that you do every single day. And this live stream that I do every single day is something that I love doing, because it allows me to be vulnerable, to be myself, to tell you guys who I am, what I'm doing, what I'm looking to do, what I'm capable of doing, and how I continue to grow, and how I continue to find success in life and in my spiritual journey. Yeah. I recently, after all these years, I recently turned to God for help, because my mind hasn't been the same for a while. And I don't know if it's because I let God go out of my heart, what I did, but I'm trying to bring him back. I'm trying to find him. I'm trying to find him, and I hope that he comes back to me, even though I left him a long time ago. And so I wish everybody happiness, growth, love, prosperity, abundance, health, wealth. I wish you all the greatest things in life. But if you don't love yourself and you don't develop yourself first, it's very hard for someone to love you if you don't love yourself. It's very hard for you to love someone else if you don't love yourself first. And so this life today is just mostly about, you know, what we're going through and then how we can overcome certain things. So I want to let you guys know that I believe in you, I love you, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful day. And I'm grateful in the position that I'm in. And I'm going to be in Washington, D.C. on December 16th. So if you guys are going to be there, come out, say hi. Pace is going to come see one of our properties in D.C. It's about 2 miles from the White House. So if you haven't signed up yet, go to creativenationtour.com and register. There's usually like a few hundred people there. We're talking, we're doing deals, we're doing everything. And it's a lot of fun. He was here in Chicago, and it was really cool. I ended up getting a hotel in Chicago. Even though I live like half an hour away, but yeah, I stayed out there because the traffic is pretty brutal, especially in the wintertime. So yeah, I'm going to be there December 16th. I'm getting my tickets today. I'm excited. I'm going to fly out there, take a look at it, check it out, and it should be fun. It should be fun. I want to teach and educate a lot of you about how I was able to get this property with my partners, what we did, like all the stuff we had to go through to even get it. It's just crazy because people talk about like, oh, I got this, but they don't talk about like what took them to get that property, because there's a lot, there's a lot that people don't really disclose when it comes to certain things. So I just want to say, guys, thank you for listening. I love you guys. I hope you guys all have a wonderful day, and God bless you. And as always, stay creative, my friend. A few years back, I was just like many of you, watching others succeed, not knowing how they were doing it without traditional financing. Then I discovered creative finance and everything changed. By engaging directly with sellers and crafting innovative deals, I started acquiring my own properties without relying on my own capital. This approach allowed me to guide new investors to securing real estate properties using strategies like seller financing. It also allowed me to assist families that were in foreclosure by providing them a peace of mind and allowing them to move on to the next chapter in their lives. And lastly, acquiring cash flowing properties from day one without using any traditional bank financing. That's right, you do not need immense wealth to start in real estate. With the right knowledge and guidance, you can start your journey in real estate today. So if you're looking to get started in real estate and you're looking to learn or partner with someone like me, then reach out to me and let's do some deals together.